and then had it all taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's like, this gift was meant for like a NASA engineer, not me. It's like, so I often walked around like, hey man, aliens. You know, I kind of telepathically communicate
hey guys,
with them.
I'm ready.
I'm like,
Send me one down.
Yeah, pop me off one, or even better, like, you know, like you guys want to come and take me home, that'd be cool too. You know, like I'd like to go back to Pleiades, back to my home, back in Orion's belt. You know, a few hundred light years away, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got a family of kids back there. You know, been around for about 2,500 years. They should be in college by now. See, I
wonder if they sold off all your moon property yet.
No, actually, I hail from a small moon outside of Pleiades. It's called Procrastinate.
Procrastinate. They don't get things done too quickly.
No, on the moon Procrastinate, it takes about 75 years to get through first grade. I like to take our time and really work that square peg into that round hole. You know?
Right. It'll round out eventually. Right?
Yeah, well, you know, it's like eventually if you hit it enough, you just blow out the edges and be like, look, it fits.
See, it fits. There you go. Just gotta.
You just got a hammer on it for 7 years. Look at it, it slid right in there.
That's right.
Good grief. But no, it's important to be prepared, not just for, let's say, some government-based false flag event, which it will be. I mean, it could be a variety of things, everything from a holographic fake apocalypse, a holographic fake asteroid that's really
could be a real asteroid,
could be
a real alien,
or a real comet, or a real alien invasion, or it could be a subterranean planted thermonuclear device underneath Yellowstone.
Sea crab invasion.
Yeah, dude. See, the U.S. Navy has a core of over 1 million trained crabs that what they've done is infuse their meat with C4.
Oh, get out of here. Listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Where do you dig that one up? That sounds real problem. Oh, boy. You get that one? You read that one? I'm guessing there was a picture of a shrunken alien head next to it.
No. So here's the plan. This is the best part. Instead of sending in like a mass invasion, what they do is they drop them off at crab fisheries. And they process it, and they don't even know the difference. And then
people go and eat.
And then as soon as they bite into it, bam!
Boom!
Blows their head off.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's 6 reported cases.
6 reported cases
of exploding crab head syndrome.
That's amazing. Nothing happens when you boil it. You know, that's.
Yeah, well, I mean,
must really have that hair trigger figured out.
Jeez, you.
Hey, so the U.S. military did something very similar to that during World War II. It made it quite a ways. It was they were tying incinerated devices to bats, and then
releasing all the bats.
Releasing them, and the bats would want to go up into the rafters of the house, and they start on fire and burn the house down.
Yeah, actually, you know who invented that process was the Russians.
The Russians.
The Cossacks. And stop
tied to a rat.
You're
hey, dude, I need to put my shoes back. I'm cobbling here.
you're cobbling your doughs. So yeah, the Russians got huge armies of rats and strapped them with.
They really did, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
and the rat bombs.
The rat bombs
were amazing.
Down in the sewer, destroying infrastructure.
They're blown up. Yeah, and think about rats.
Blown up all kinds of stuff. Blow up your house.
And they just put proximity fuses on them. They said, okay, let's set these guys for 45 minutes and just let them run, and then all of a sudden 45 minutes later it was just and in fact they stopped using it because it was so effective.
Too effective.
It was too effective.
Considered inhumane.
Well, I mean, who cares about the rats?
Well, no. I was
that's
about rats.
Oh.
Talking about the enemy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just too good. It was just, because I mean, think about it. They'd be like, oh, they'd get into anything, and then all of a sudden it would just entire neighborhoods would just. And like they're trying to figure out where the carpet bombing's coming from, because they think it's coming from above. It's coming from below.
I read a stat the other day that the ocean's populations have dropped by 50% since 1970.
Mm-hmm. We are in the midst of the sixth great extinction. I mean, there are cases. If you get onto YouTube and you get into that black hole vortex that string of videos,
you get buried. You gotta be careful. You get
all paranoid.
You only believe so much.
But you bring up a good point because it's not about believing. It's not about like, oh, I watched a video.
Deciphering exactly.
Yeah, no, like Socrates said, only an educated man can entertain an idea without fully accepting it. So it's like, okay, go ahead and.
Is this okay? Can I do that for a while?
Like I want to play wall ball while we're on there.
Wall ball. keeps my head on in the conversation.
So it's you watch some things and I'm like, oh, this guy's completely nuts. Or like these people are like complete religious fanatics, and it's like, if you haven't accepted the Lord Jesus Savior Christ, you're gonna burn in fire and brimstone for 75 million years. So like they go on and on and on and on and on about like all this stuff, but like there's no evidence. It's all just these like quotes of like Bible references, like, and it says in the Bible there will be floods, and look, there was a flood.
And there was a flood.
Yeah. And it says that the
and all the fish died.
And look, here's a pile of dead fish. So I mean, if you want to, it's that's what's called a self-fulfilling prophecy, where you create a prophecy that's based around things that are happening and that are provable, and things that like a psychic would do, that are like, ooh, I see food in your future, and then I see you sleeping.
There's a big change,
and then you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna
have a bowel movement. Was that legal? Does that? Do we get cited for that? We just got kicked out of Nova Scotia.
We're not talking about turning on polar bears here, don't you know?
Oh, you want to hear a fun? This is an interesting conversation. It's about the reintroduction of the wolves to Yellowstone, and how it's affected the creeks. It's affected what type of foliage grows. It's affected in all
in a positive
management.
way.
Yeah, in an extremely
the reintroduction.
Yeah, it stopped erosion. It stopped riverbank erosion. Think of that. The reintroduction of a predator, a top-tier predator, somehow affects the erosion of the river.
Well, think about it. There's less deer drinking by the edge of the river and pawing it up with their feet because
and less rodents eating the seeds, or
And like there's all kinds of other things too, to where. And I know this through Native American, practices and technologies and whatnot, that the herd is only as fast as its weakest link. Okay, so in a herd of, let's say, bison, all the ones that are at the end are like the old, weak ones. The slow ones, the old ones, the ones that are maybe maimed and sick. So the wolves and the Indians, because the natives, they looked at the way wolves hunted and they're like, well, that's how they do it. Like, why should we do it any differently? They've been doing it, a lot longer than we have. And so the wolves effectively thin the herd of the weak animals, which makes the entire herd faster and stronger. Because that herd can only move as fast as the slow animals at the end. Then the wolves come up and they pick off the 8 slowest animals. Now, that herd can move a lot faster and it's stronger, and it actually strengthens the herd. It strengthens propagation. It strengthens, growth.
Propagating.
And not only that, but the thing about it is that, like you said, it's a trickle-down effect. Like certain.
It's amazing what it actually affects.
If there's a wolf pack in an area, there's going to be less deer. Because there's less deer, then the trees aren't getting all their green niblets nibbled off of, and the trees are growing more.
Man, what's the bay in New York City?
Hudson
Bay. They're doing the reintroduction of clams into the Hudson Bay, so that
because the water is
come
just
through.
It's just annihilated.
It just dredged everything so that the ships can move. And now there's an established path, but for hundreds of there wasn't that. So they were
keep scooping it out.
And
Bigger ships keep scooping it out.
Some of the most massive oyster beds in all of the Northeast up there, and so they've taken these dilapidated shoreline properties that have concrete falling into the water, and they're procreating.
Procreating.
Propagating new oyster beds on those ruined infrastructures of past time.
Because those oysters actually filter the water.
They filter like 5,000 gallons of water a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible the impact of one oyster bed has on how clean the water is.
Yeah, man, we're all connected.
We're getting it figured out. There is hope. I mean, it's probably not going to be easy, and it's more and more consciousness occurring, which I see every day.
An awakening.
More and more consciousness, and more maybe.
Go Bernie!
Yeah, Bernie!
Talking about consciousness.
Bernie!
Come on, wait. Let's start an effing revolution.
Political war on the corporations. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Did you see him making fun of the Republican?
Oh yeah, it was great. I want to extend something out there.
Yeah, let's hear it.
When Bernie Sanders becomes president, of the United States of America, I am volunteering to be the lead sniper on his security detail.
All right.
I will watch
He's
over
gonna
him
need
like
some protection.
oh yeah, like a guardian angel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I want to be on Bernie's team.
He probably needs some protection right now, even.
Yeah.
You know?
There's my T-shirt.
If history has ever
I'd kill for Bernie. I'd kill for him.
kill for Bernie.
I'd kill for him.
All right, man.
Yeah, just send me the orders.
I'm all about some
like 3 days from now, I get like a letter in the mail. It's like, dear sir, this is Bernie Sanders.
I love how he's doing this on the support of the average man. And
$30 is his average donation.
Competing with these super PACs.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton just got $200 million or something stupid. You know, and her average, here's the thing. Her average campaign donation is $226,000. That's what her average campaign donation is, based upon.
I can't believe some of the candidates. Like
Bernie Sanders, $30.
There's so much support and evidence that Hillary being a criminal and a crook and a nasty, crooked person, you know, and yet somehow she's on the docket. How about Chris Christie on the Republican docket? Wasn't he just 2 years ago smoking crack in Jersey?
Yeah.
I mean, are we serious? Are we serious? These people actually? But oh no, he can be on the ballot.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, and then
it's absurd. Scott Walker out of Wisconsin. Are you serious?
Oh, the Koch brothers are about to dump him, though. I just saw an article about that.
Oh, yeah?
He's a freaking imbecile.
He is an imbecile.
I mean, all right.
It's astonishing.
I don't think that there's a single viable Republican candidate for president. I mean, they're gonna have to pick one of those jerks.
Yeah, they have to pick one of them.
And I bet dimes and dollars, just because it's a political system, and you heard it here first, it's not going to be Trump. Regardless of what, it's not going to be Trump. It's
although he's got a really strong.
Oh, he does. He does.
He's got a strong backing, and I have no idea why.
But
I don't understand.
But you know what Trump doesn't have? He doesn't have a father and a grandfather and another grandfather that goes back as being Illuminati, Freemason henchmen. Okay.
Like Jeb Bush and his little.
Yeah, like Jeb. Yeah. Like you got Jeb Bush.
I do like that about Trump, is that he's independent.
That's one thing I do like. Although he's a complete rich racist prick.
He's an idiot. He's
an idiot.
He's a total idiot.
Yeah, he's.
You know what? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Mike Royce on their show this past week, that's all they talked about. One of the things he says is everybody loves the way Trump goes out there and talks to the people. But you hit it right on the head, and that was the other thing that Mike said. He is rich, people. He's a billionaire. He does not live life like we do.
No
idea what
like, here's the thing. Bernie Sanders walks to work every day in Washington, D.C. He walks to work.
History. Look at his history.
Yeah. Going back to the 60s.
What was his where he was the mayor? I want to say
Burlington,
Vermont, has recently claimed to be the first carbon neutral city.
100% green energy. Yep.
Come on, that's what he leaves in his wake.
Yeah.
Is that like that type of money?
I mean, and here's the thing. He is in tune with the working class. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
And this is something that, you know, that Britain could probably relate to. They have like the proper class and then the labor class or whatever. I know one of their sects of parliament or whatever is called labor class, that represents literally the people that are factory workers and stuff like that. And that's what they fight for. Everybody knows it. There's no question about it. It's like, no, they're in the Labor Party. They're all about labor versus the, you know, let's say the Whig Party or whatever it is. I'm not really schooled that well.
So I did learn the other day why Ohio is so important. Remember we were at
Iowa.
Ohio.
We were talking about Iowa and New Hampshire. Like, why does everybody care what they say?
I think it was Ohio.
Okay, so
it's a swing state.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're gonna go. We started a couple minutes late, and then
we had a shout-out.
Yeah, we had a calculated government strike.
That was an attack, wasn't it?
That's right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna leave right there. YouTube, September 2015, and just see what's out there. Just see what people are saying. All right, just to make your own judgment and whatnot. And then also, I went off, and I'll recap a little bit on this real quick before we get too out of it.
And you're gonna be waiting until you get the ball.
So, as you know, was it last Friday was the anniversary of September 11th, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so I kind of went off on that day, putting conspiracy theories out there, or not conspiracy theories, but reiterating information that now there's been multiple independent 9/11 research reports. There's one that's called Architects and Engineers for the Truth of 9/11. That these are professional people, not tinfoil wearing hat, living in the basement.
Almost 5,000 now, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a lot of. I mean, that's a lot of heavily accredited opinions, right?
So
that's That's really hard to ignore.
It's super hard. And here's one of the things. So I've been digging, for years on this, and I'm a believer that it was a total inside job, and that it was a missile that struck the Pentagon and all this other stuff. But Google the name Marvin Bush, because he's one Bush that you've never heard about. He just happened to be GW's little brother, who runs the security company that was in charge of security for the World Trade Center. And from there, if you Google Marvin Bush, you will see just the plethora of things that make it so connected to where the Bush family, getting back to my thing, talking about why Jeb Bush would be the next presidential nomination from the Republican Party, is because he's a Bush. Because the Bushes are like the royalty over in Britain. Once they get in power, they stay in power inevitably, and they just, like, are you over there? All right, you're like sea lion.
Yeah, we'll see who gets the tip.
Yeah, we'll see who gets the tip. So it's been an interesting show today, and it's
been fun.
Yeah, it's only going to get a little bit more interesting. I think next week is the bachelor party, and the start of the week of the 23rd. That's why I bring it up. So you can have a special guest in lieu of having me on. Maybe get Buana in here.
When are you going to start doing the exquisite corpse artists?
Yeah, that'd be a perfect time to start.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Because
I put it for you, or well, we'll talk about.
Yeah. No. That's a great idea. Excellent. So yeah, we want to thank everybody for listening, even through the blackout. We're gonna get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little research and see exactly what just happened there, because,
I'm telling you, we're out here speaking the truth, trying to get a message out,
trying to shut us down,
and they're trying to shut us down because they don't want the people to know. But we want you to know. We want you to look for it yourself.
We love this country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love America.
America.
Yeah, I love it. And that's why I'm gonna. Oh. One last thing. So
tell me, I'm excited. I like hearing about it.
I don't want to get talking too fast and get all excited. I said, whatever, I'm saying, go completely Moonhour. Okay. So, if there is one thing, and this is my last of my conspiracy rants at least for the show, because you got to listen to it whenever we're hanging out. The Shemitah. Just look up the Shemitah. It's S-H.
I know what the Shemitah is.
I-M-E-T-A or Y-T-A.
The Shemitah. We don't plow the fields this year. We let the fields rest. All debts have been expunged.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I don't think Visa or MasterCard or Bank of America or Morgan Stanley or Wells Fargo really give a crap about the Shemitah.
No, but they will when it goes Fight Club style.
Ooh,
wouldn't that be awesome?
Please surround you.
I'll tell you what. If Anonymous was just like, yeah, well, we're not blowing up the buildings. We're just blowing up your servers.
Boom.
Bing, bong, boom. And one last thing to note: the Federal Reserve and the backup.
And the fiat dollar.
The what?
The fiat dollar. That's the currency that is based on.
Oh, okay. Now I'm saying the actual offices of the Federal Reserve and Wall Street's backup are moving their operations before the end of September to Chicago, because there is a possibility that something might be going down in New York. Just saying. Last time when September 11th happened, there just happened to be a joint training exercise for terrorist activity in New York City. So there was a bunch of first responders and special units that were there. The same thing happened in the Spain subway bombings. They just happened to be training for that.
Yeah, they were.
And then, the list goes on to where the United States government hasn't any ability to be running a training drill when something happens.
Everything blows up.
And so, with that being said, the close of Jade Helm 15 is at the end of this month. Technically, it's
I thought they extended that to. Oh yeah,
It was the 15th, and then they said.
No. They extended to November, I heard.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, it just so happens that we have the largest amassment. And when you do the research, you see UN armored vehicles, UN marked tanks, FEMA and UN marked trailers that are all white by the thousands on trains being
in the United States.
In the United States. Why does the United States need anything from the UN? Nothing. I think everything's kind of fine in the country with the exception of, some jerked up politicians and, cops that are out to just kill people. And that's the other thing. The United States government has given the green flag to cops to just start popping people. If they give you trouble, start popping them. And they're doing it as a psyop to let people know, hey, once the book drops, there's not going to be put your hands in the air, turn around.
We're not asking here.
But no. It's like either you do what you're told or I'm going to waste $1.50 on you. You know what I'm saying? End of story. And so, yeah, it's getting it out there. You think I'm crazy, then think I'm crazy. If you want to get some stuff together just in case, get some stuff together just in case. If you don't, and the SHTF, then, well, best of luck to you, Me, for one, I'm looking forward to living. Best case scenario. Now, we pop a good meteor or asteroid strike out in the Atlantic Ocean, and Florida's toast, so it doesn't matter where you are. Although, I have thought about hijacking a hot air balloon and just kind of like having it on standby. You think that's possible?
That really doesn't seem very reasonable now.
Hot air balloon, no. Maybe a blimp?
Yeah, also, I think even a little more unreasonable. I might consider a scooter.
I'm thinking something
maybe
non-ground.
No,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go over to Albert Whitted Airport and I'm gonna
get a Cessna.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Little 172. Boom. I can fly a 172. I totally have plenty of experience in pre-flight check, doing the takeoff, doing the flight, the landings. It might take me 3 or 4 tries.
That's all right. All right.
It might take you 3 or 4 tries, because it's like you gotta go 10, 20, 30 degree flaps, back airspeed.
And then we're off to the South Pacific, right?
Yeah.
Gonna fly that all the way over to the South Pacific?
I think the first thing I would do
You got a range like that?
400, 500 nautical miles, depending on the plane, the cruising altitude, your headwind, the amount of weight you're carrying, certain factors.
Bring a bag of potatoes, we'll plant those straight away.
Oh yeah, what I'm thinking is we go straight from here to Mexico, because here's my mentality.
Close to the mainland.
No,
Like in small Pacific island, China.
I would like to be, here's what I'm thinking. Think of anywhere a pyramid is. The pyramids have been around longer than anybody else as far as humans on the planet.
So what are you telling me you're going to Cairo?
No, I'm saying there's pyramids in Mexico or Guatemala or Belize.
Yeah,
let's go to Belize.
Central America seems like a viable option.
I would go to a jungle in Central America and I would find me a pyramid.
Pack out a little hole, build mud stove.
I would totally take over a pyramid, and I'd be like, this is our armed fortress. We're elevated. If you want to come up the sides of the pyramid, you're grass. And then you got the surrounding areas to where if you ring the bell, everybody can kind of conglomerate back into the pyramid. The pyramid's been there for thousands of years.
You would surely get yourself in a firefight then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it make more sense to be a little more nonchalant, a little more?
Why? Somebody gonna try to come and take my pyramid?
A little more unseen. What if they didn't know you had a pyramid?
That's right. They wouldn't know we're in it.
They would probably know that you were there. All those pyramids are pretty well. They're pretty well touristed up, man. They got organizations that protect them and look after them. And
hey,
I mean, there's an off chance you could discover one in the jungle.
Well, we're flying over in a plane, dude.
I mean, that's an off chance, but
Fine.
You might be further ahead digging a hole in the jungle.
Digging a hole.
Yeah.
You know what we'll do is we'll dig a hole. We'll make it all out of clay and mud, and then we'll set a fire inside of it and just fire the whole thing.
And just live in there.
Yeah. We'll live in a pot. We got pots you can live in.
We got big pots. We got small pots. We got pots you can live in.
All right, we're coming towards the end of the show. We apologize for the strategic surveillance attack. But
we got your sound.
Yeah, I mean they're listening, and if mysteriously one day I disappear, you know what happened to me. They came and got me.
What?
If I mysteriously disappear, the government they came and just scooped me up.
You got static again. for some reason.
All right. Well, that's because he's over
You
there.
did it, didn't you? You
You're
touched the microphone.
No, you're over there banging away, bouncing around,
I didn't do
beatboxing,
anything. I was
wiggling the
fixing
table.
my shoe.
All right. 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
So,
Your mom.
All right, what an interesting show we had this week. We want to thank all of our listeners worldwide, our friends across the pond at Fab Radio and over at UK. You've been listening to WSPF-DB, your favorite friendly internet radio station broadcasting live at 1 gajillion megawatts to the moon and back. Stay tuned next week for Admiral Mudbutt and his interview with an exclusive Exquisite Corp artist. Until then, listen every day to Rhino on Air. Call, comment, and love and check out the Exquisite Corpse. Until next week, I'm Sparky signing off. I'm from Mudbutt. Bye-bye.
hold on, the camera's still on. You're
Oh, hey, we're still on the air.
Down. Magic, I'm a magic man.